Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Pep. You're watching The Sentinel. Today, because you asked for it, I am going to do a review of a fairly well-known Xerjoff fragrance. It's one of the fragrances that does get, quite a bit of hype in the fragrance community, and with good reason, I guess. It's Xerjoff Naxos 1861. Okay, so I'm going to get right into this. I have a decant of Xerjoff Naxos. I believe this was released in 2015, and like all or most of Xerjoff fragrances, the perfumer is unknown or unnamed. So this, I need to preface something. So I got this at a time where I was going through this phase in my fragrance development where I was getting into a lot of, not a lot, sweet tobacco fragrances. Now I'm talking about things like Mugler's Pure Havane and Parfum de Marly's Herod and stuff like 1821 sweet tobacco spirits. Now, I want to say off the bat that I don't actually smell a lot of tobacco in these fragrances, okay? And I find the same with Xerjoff Naxos, okay? So to me, I'm going to review this fragrance, but I think for me, I need to get out of my head that this is a tobacco fragrance because I don't really smell a lot of tobacco. So let's get on with it. I'll spray some on my skin. Now, I will say straight away that the best part of this fragrance for me when I spray it on my skin is the opening. Now, if I could have this opening last well into the dry down, this would be a lot better than what I think of it. And the reason I love the opening is because there is just the most perfectly blended citrus, probably bergamot, with honey, and it's also aromatic. Like there's almost like, I think it's almost like a very sweet Fuji opening because there's that aromatics from lavender and there's citrus, but then it's just melded together by this beautiful sweet honey note. And unfortunately for me, after a few minutes that opening fades away, and really the rest of this fragrance is a combination of vanilla, honey and tonka, mainly tonka. It gets dominated by tonka as the scent dries down on the skin and progresses into the base. I will say this though, it certainly, to my nose, smells a lot better than the fragrances I mentioned at the beginning of the video, like Pure Havane and Herod and 1821 sweet tobacco spirits. They're all different, okay? So they're not the same fragrance, but I prefer the way Naxos smells. However, it does smell like it's better quality, although I'm not sure, say for instance, the price difference between Xerjoff Naxos and Mugler's Pure Havane is correlating to the quality. However, for my taste at the moment, this is not something that I would be terribly interested in wearing too much. It's just a little bit too sweet, and if I could smell more tobacco in it, if that sweetness was toned down a little bit, and if that opening lasted a lot longer, I would really be tempted to get a bottle of this. But if you like that sweet side of it, if some of you are fans of that sweet dry down, it's definitely worth sampling, because it's one of the better quality sweet fragrances that you can find. I wouldn't describe this as gourmand. It's not so much anything that smells like something you want to eat. It's just very sweet. You know, vanilla, honey and tonka, you're not going to get much more than sweetness out of that. But really, after a while, I just miss the brightness and aromatic opening. That opening also makes it a little bit more versatile, in that you can probably get away with wearing this fragrance as well, not just in cold winter weather, but probably in more milder spring weather. I mean, it is lovely. It's just not something that I would wear, and I certainly wouldn't pay for a bottle at Xerjoff prices. Now, I've tested and reviewed other Xerjoff fragrances which I love, like Ivory Root and Neo, but this one here is really not for me. But if you like the sound of what I'm describing, definitely try and get a decant or sample of this and compare it to all the other sweet tobaccos that are on the market. Certainly for me, I would choose this more way over Parfum de Marly's Herod. It is like a better quality pure Havane from Mugler. But I will be doing a video about my favorite tobacco fragrances in my collection and talking about those. But Xerjoff Naxos, very sweet, beautiful opening, too sweet for me, very expensive as well, but try and sample it. I hope that you enjoyed that description, that review. It is quality, as I have come to expect from Xerjoff, but this one here is a pass for me. I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.